Well, hello there, my classroom viewers. Welcome back. In this video, I'm Team Tragedy. There are 3 teams this year since the 10th anniversary. The 2 are comedy and mystery. When I saw the 3 teams, I was actually intrigued. Interesting, even. And I was thinking, based on the songs I write, the characters as well, thinking the best one that fits me is tragedy. In addition, my favorite color is blue. If you are not familiar with what Art Fight is, well, it's simply an art gifting game. And, there are teams, especially 3 this year, but you either attack someone on the other team, and they might attack you back, i.e. revenge, or you can do friendly fire, attack your own team, for example. And overall, this event is supposed to be fun. A fun art giving game. That's how I view it, and I wish other people would see that too. And when it comes to prepping for Art Fight, I try not to stress myself out because, again, since it's a whole month, I try to not burn myself out. Good rule of thumb. But I at least provide the basic information for my characters, like the name, their species, even the lore. And I try really hard to do my best whenever I am attacked by someone, to try to attack them or revenge in return as soon as I can. The creature you see before you on the screen is one of my original species for a book I'm writing, in particular a book series called Fateful Towns Intertwined. And the species that you're seeing is Asphyxtra wyvern, in particular the lunar tribe. And the characters I have for Art Fight are for the time being only involving the wyvern variant. And for your information, Asphyxtra essentially means feline dragon as the general species as a whole. I got the inspiration for it based on Sphinx cats because when you actually look at those little cute little critters, they look the most dragon-like if you think about it. Anyways, besides that, the reason why I haven't been able to post as much content I have in the past, in particular my songs I write, the drawings, what have you, and even a video like this, it's all because, again, as I mentioned before, I'm writing a book, and that takes a lot of mental energy and time, especially doing lots of rough drafts over and over. And I've only done, at least a good rough draft for chapter 1 and 2 so far. On to the next topic at hand is obviously Art Fight. And, it starts July 1st, and I'm so looking forward to it because this will come with my 3rd year. Obviously, Team Tragedy. The 2 prior years, I was on Team Seafoam and then Team Fossils. And from watching all the different videos of different YouTubers talking about their experiences and helpful tips, I was thinking, what can I add or contribute that would be different? So I was thinking my own personal experience. Well, for the first year, I only got attacked a few times, and I was honestly a little bit disappointed, honestly. But then the next year, I got even more attacks. So a big tip there is, even if you don't get much interaction this year, hold out for next year. You might have a better opportunity. And, it was my first year, so I was just starting out and learning different ways to make it more appealing to be attacked. Because I love the engagement, so to interact with that is by attacking as many people as possible and getting myself out there. That's one part of Art Fight I do like, is the community and interacting with one another and, sharing art. If you hear a noise in the background, it means I'm just trying to charge my phone right now. Can't be helped. And for this year, I'm so happy because I'm able to use a template like this. For the other 2 years, I wasn't able to, and I was actually bummed. I didn't know how, and I'm glad I'm actually able to do something official for this year. So that's why I went all out. And to explain the card itself, obviously the team, and I chose that profile, which was made by a YouTuber called Coastal Comet. I highly suggest check him out on YouTube. Besides that, my username. I don't do scripted YouTube videos, so I'm sure that shows, but whatsoever. But anyways, from Friendly Fire and Revenge, I'm open to those as well. Logically, there's more points if you attack other teams, so that's gonna be more my priority when our fire officially begins. I'm not opposed to doing friendly fire either. I enjoy it. Either way. And In regards to I attack anyone, it's pretty self-explanatory, but again, like I said, I prioritize more so, attacking the other teams. Because I do, want to be on a winning team this year, but if not, it's okay. But who knows? Maybe I might be on a winning team this year out of the 3 years. Anyways, my featured characters, as you see before you, are Nereid, Zaya, Tephra, Lucky Spirit, and Harpy. To show example of the characters and type of creatures I'm comfortable with doing, that I know I will do well with. Because my personal experience is I don't like to do human because I don't feel confident in doing that type of a drawing. Not because I'm not willing to try, as I have done before, my first year on Teen Steam Foam. Yet, the reason why I'm not going to be attacking people who have human characters, not to, bash anyone who does, is because for me, whenever I do art, I want to make sure it's my best product I ever do. And when I speak may seem disjointed, that's because, well, I'm a yapper. Let's be honest, I'm a yapper through and through. So I go off on tangents, I talk a lot, and then I realize, oh, I'm running out of space. So that's why it may seem disjointed and all that. Just keep in mind. And again, I do try to push myself in trying different things in regards to drawing. For me, I like to take my time in regards to drawing, but obviously with the art fight, you have to be reasonable with how long you take your time to draw something. And again, with disjointed audio all mixed together, it's because, well, if I had to have a good audio for all the way through, I would not be able to even make a video in the first place, because I'm kind of perfectionist in that way, where if I mess up, I have to take it over and over. So that's why for videos, I, do it unscripted, because it's, more convenient that way for me and less stressful as well. And yeah, I go off on tangents, but that's just me as an individual, persona, inside person, get it? But anyways, back to the topic at hand. For each character, there are permissions, and honestly, having to write for each and every one, to be very specific, it can be a bit challenging for me because of what exactly I should say or right thing to put down. So maybe in a video, it'll be easier to actually discuss it. For example, anything that doesn't violate VRChat. I like to play that game. But any of the art fight rules. No SFW type of stuff. No gore unless it's specified. Like for my creature character, the prototype, for example, you can go all hog wild when it comes to, that type of gory stuff. But for my other characters, no. And especially if they're listed as minor, then definitely, absolutely no. In continuation, I would appreciate, or, just, if you want to, in the comments down below, just post what team you're on. Because honestly, I'm curious. And also because, well, if I'm able to find you. Because sometimes if it's not, the actual, username isn't properly, texted out, I can't find in the search engine. So oh, that's annoying, because I want to actually, follow that person I see. And, when our fight arrives, then I can, do the attacks. And honestly, it's so fun. Especially if it's, a chain reaction. Because then I try to be even more creative, where, let's say they attack with their character, or, no, scratch that. They draw my character, for example, Nereid, just flying in the air. And then I would then, in return, then involve maybe their character in saying an interaction hey, you're in my spot. And then they would, do revenge and something else in return. Besides that, if you have any suggestions about, any, particular genre song, any suggestions in regards to, maybe art or whatnot. But in particular, I am planning on, by the end of Art Fight, I will be doing an actual video of each person's, that I do draw. And I think it'll be quite fun. But, well, we'll see. Anyways, if you like my content, always subscribe. It really does help, because I do try really hard. I really do. And again, like I said, my attention is quite split between, writing my book, doing drawings, especially with the art fight, and also, making more videos as well. But anyways, till next time, my class and viewers, and I'll see you till next time. Goodbye.